Good day and welcome once again here on LATOKEN Venture Capital TV. My name is Xavier. I'll be your host for today. And as usual, we bring you great projects that have the innovation technologies and solutions you'll be interesting about. During all those sessions, the best part is you get to hear it directly from the CEOs, co-founders, or managers to talk about their projects. Remember that you're always welcome to post your questions or comments in the chat box right there on the right-hand side. But before we move on to the interview, as a reminder, you can always see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com/videos, as is shown below. One more thing. If you're following us on socials like Facebook and Twitter, please remember to like us. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button when you always get informed of great content opportunities. And we do a lot of giveaways live. One last reminder before we jump on the interview. Anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making any decision. It's your choices and your responsibilities. And with that said, I would like to welcome Andrew Bukauskas, representing a great project, MARS4. Andrew, how are you today?
Good day, everyone. Thanks, Xavier, for asking. I'm very great. I'm very excited for this opportunity. To introduce our project for LATOKEN community. So this is very exciting opportunity. Thank you.
Great. I was reviewing the website, and just for our viewers' information, it's mars4.me. Please visit that website. And
Yes.
it is a virtual world. The project is about a virtual world, a metaverse, with revenue generating NFTs in Mars. Now that sounds very interesting. I haven't seen anything like that. So Andrew, I would like you now to introduce yourself and introduce a little bit the project.
Sure. So I prepared a slide deck for this purpose. So yeah, we can kick off with this one. I'll briefly introduce the team and have an opportunity to present the project. So MARS4 team consists of very skilled individuals, and you see the key people in here. I'm a chief marketing officer for MARS4. Joined actually at the end of February. Here we have Richard, our CEO, Paul, who's one of the co-founders, and Tom, who is as well a co-founder. And just a brief intro, we are sort of we have members all over the world, even though majority of us are based in Lithuania, in Vilnius. So talking about key team members, so Richard, our CEO, he's a serial entrepreneur, business leader. He owns a portfolio of businesses spanning from connected care, IoT, media, and blockchain. As well, he's a very active advisory committee member for one of leading venture capital firms in Northern Europe. Richard has a vast experience in building crypto startups. Then Tom, our co-founder, he's an early-stage venture capital fund partner and angel investor. He has over 20 years of experience in ICT, banking, and investment. And his investment portfolios include successful ventures, fintech marketplaces, as well as electric vehicles, pure play crypto startups in the digital assets and blockchain space. Paul is a very interesting figure. So seasoned marketing and e-commerce executive. So the side business they have as well is leading the EMEA expansion of Super G. So it's a children GPS watch brand. And Paul was building and growing passionate communities for crypto startups. And he was actually one of those persons who launched the first marketplace on Second Life. So that was his kind of his kickoff, yeah, talking about me. So I have over 15 years of experience in marketing across varied industries and varied countries. So I've been traveling world myself, yeah, quite a lot. So talking about the experience. I do understand things in e-commerce, fintech, as well as cybersecurity and lately crypto. I'd say, talking about myself, I'm a data-driven and user-centric marketer, and that helps us sort of to build this data-driven marketing program for MARS4. Um, the other key person, Nick, game development director. So our community knows him very well. He is leading our 3D game development. And Nick has over 15 years of sci-fi game development, 10 years working on research and development prototyping for industry leading MMO publishers. And Nick as well has 5 years experience in indie game development. So yeah, he built tremendous experienced team, very technical team, and yeah, Nick has passion for mechanics design, visuals, render pipelines, as well as sci-fi. And the last but not least, Jugas, our COO. He has over 9 years of experience building IT products, experience running startups, as well as fundraising. His domain knowledge is around fintech, healthcare, and even agriculture sectors. So you can find about more info about team members on our website, um, um, which was mentioned before.
Yeah.
Yeah, going talking about the project itself. So here you can see the key figures, and yeah, you can briefly understand what's Mars' vision and mission. So currently we have over 230K community members across all social channels.
And you're
Um,
sorry, and these community members, are they geographically in only one part of the globe, or there's all over?
That's a very good question. Yesterday, we just refreshed our analytics,
Mhm.
and we've been analyzing the sentiment and geographics and the language usage. So we see that it's a very diverse community. We have only, if you look at the Telegram and Discord stats, we have around 37% of population speaking English, then followed by Russian, Ukrainian, as well as Turkish language goes, yeah, 12%. And with the recent expansion towards Southeast Asia, we tripled our Japanese community as well in here. So yeah, it is very diverse population, going from Brazil all the way to Japan.
Okay, how do you handle it? You mentioned that it was like, I think you said around 30% English speakers. How do you handle the part when people, let's say in Brazil or Japan, are interested but are not able to follow because they don't speak English? Do you have
Mhm.
like local leaders?
We have like a community managers,
Okay.
and we're closely working with them. So we have dedicated community managers on different channels, Telegram, Discord. So we liaise with them, and we focus on kind of regional community activities as well as events.
Okay,
So
perfect. Thank you.
yeah, that helps. Yeah, so currently we have over 6,000 investors holding Mars for land NFTs. So this is our kind of primary product. Talking about the token holders, so currently we calculate about 4,800 plus. There's much more on some centralized exchanges as we have. And up to the date, we have around, yeah, this is a little bit outdated number. Yesterday we climbed over 58,000 NFTs being sold. So that represents about 58% of our total supply. Yeah, few key things. Team was growing really high pace. I'd say, yeah, 4 times since the beginning. We managed to get listed on 5 exchanges,
Hmm.
decentralized and centralized exchanges. Regular AMA sessions could be found on our YouTube channel, and we have a strong back by 50 plus VCs and angel investors who believe in our vision. Yeah, going forward, with this slide, I'll probably briefly touch what is Mars4
Yeah.
project about.
Killer
So
graphics.
yeah, we are
Impressive.
working a lot because we need, how to say, we see the imagery and how does that sort of work with reality, and we see a lot
Uh-huh.
of engagement from users. So Mars 4 project is split into 3 interconnected parts. I think it's one of our strengths in here. We have NFTs. So currently we have Mars Land NFTs, but in the near future we're aiming to release in-game NFTs as well. Mars4 dollar or token, and the actual game. It's worth mentioning that our strongest point in here is that we are developing not just a simple dashboard game or not just a simple browser game, but we're investing heavily to build a full 3D experience game, uh, basically a class game, which is not very common in crypto world as well. So yeah, currently Mars users, they purchase the land plots NFTs, which are modeled after NASA data. So we are very meticulous in here. So to provide that uniqueness to each user. And if you go to on Mars4 Globe, you will be able to see that these lands, they actual how to say
Resemble Mars itself.
yeah, the terrain. And looking at NASA data, one of my favorite exercises when I have free time is actually exploring the globe and linking some places which NASA rovers have explored them in depth, and I can then add the point on the map that yes, this is the exact place where Curiosity rover drove. This is the depth of the crater, this and that, and so on. So
No, I didn't know that was public information.
yeah, yeah.
And so when okay, so you have mapped or replicated the information available from NASA from the rovers. Now, how when people acquire the NFTs, the land NFTs, do they choose where and what extension they want, or you have already plotted the land?
Uh, Good question as well. There are 2 ways of doing
Hmm.
that. Yes. If you want to go that exploration way, we left that explore function to our users who are particularly interested in that. So yes, you can scroll the globe. You can find a piece of land which is not reserved or not being sold. And yeah, if you like it, you can purchase that exact spot with specific creator, etc., etc. Or if you are on the fast train, yeah, we can help you with that. There is a fast funnel. You just select the random land, and like land plot is randomly allocated, and you start your journey from here.
And once people have acquired the piece of land, are they or will they be able later on to like build things on it?
Yes, that is the overall idea. So basically, the land NFT is like your ticket to Mars.
Hmm.
So when we are talking about our sort of long-term vision, so we want to establish a self-sustaining community-driven metaverse beyond the limitations of Earth. And what does that mean? Is basically we realized that the first trip to Mars is scheduled sometime around 2030. So majority of us want to have a chance, to visit Mars in the lifetime. So here we are bringing this opportunity for people to experience Mars at full scale. And by creating a fun, engaging, and play to earn Mars Metaverse, we encourage, community of pioneers, investors, gamers, and space enthusiasts to actually develop the Mars. How to say, the way we would like to be developed, but let's try not to repeat the mistakes we had on the Earth. So answering your question, yes, you are able to build things, to terraform your land plot as well on Mars surface. As well, to in the future you will be able to interact with other players and have a discussions, maybe, or you can exchange some of the assets and so on and so on, or maybe collaborate and build something more meaningful.
Mm-hmm. And as usual with certain metaverses, when they get into land, the more people buy, then scarcity begins. Do you have a limit on pieces of land to be sold?
Yeah, so sorry, I may not mention that at the very beginning. So we have 100,000 Marsland NFTs. Out of that number, we have 888 rare NFTs. So these are huge craters, mountains on Mars surface. So yeah, as I mentioned, currently we managed to sell over 58,000 NFTs. So that's more than 58%.
Oh wow! Okay, great. So then, if it keeps going this trend, then there will be scarcity. That are you a little bit of, I don't say afraid, but would you expect that people, when it's sold out, people will start reselling the lands? And make
We expect that. I think it will depend a lot on how to say, individual use case, because our aim is to encourage transactions in Mars ecosystem. And let's say if later in the game, late in the future, some users will decide that actually I'm not going to be a digger, I'm not going to be a miner, I would prefer to be a farmer, and then I focus upgrading colonists on sort of towards farming. There might be a need, for you to sell your mountainous lands, full of craters, and move to a more kind of flat surface. So we encourage users sort of in the future to start trading
okay,
energy.
okay, good.
Same thing. Just a little add on. Same thing applies for in-game NFTs. Very good example. We are releasing next month. We are releasing first exploration vehicle NFT, which will be able to sort of explore the land, find all the resources, and you will be able actually to evaluate. Does that match your overall sort of strategy? How do you want to build things and develop your land plot, on Mars surface?
Okay.
And yeah, and of course, these vehicle NFTs, if you use them, if they are not in use anymore, you can sell them to other players on the marketplace as well.
Great. One question from my side, and before then, after that, please continue your presentation. So sorry
Sure.
for interrupting so much. Well, this last question of mine is: will there be an opportunity for, could call it, companies to offer their services? Let's say somebody gets creative and wants to start offering, I don't know, different kind of vehicles or oxygen tanks or spacesuits, for example. Will
Mm,
companies be able to do that and start like a sort of commerce project in Mars?
yes, probably I'll jump to
Okay,
this.
then you can answer it later. Okay, okay, sorry.
No, no,
Go
no.
back to your slide.
That's a very good question, and I think it's a proper time actually to answer it. So when we look at the global NFT landscape and NFT use cases in the world, so we kind of mapped these on our slides. as you see here in this example. And these are sort of the areas where we see the MARS4 project can actually bring those type of NFT utilities in the ecosystem we're building. So talking about businesses building something on Mars surface, I have to actually say that we are helping out some businesses here as well by providing necessary tools. And one of the solution that we have a virtual store on Mars, and simultaneously we're developing like a virtual office solution for Mars. And then basically any business can come in, put that store, that shop on the land, and start sort of connecting their business and Mars4 community as well. So yeah, as you see here, we do not limit ourselves, with just game development or metaverse development. There is as well sort of a science field, which I think we are quite well sort of representing on this project, as well as there are brand marketing opportunities. So by basically collaborating with other metaverses, collaborating with other businesses, you can increase your brand presence and brand awareness as well. And talking about sort of further future, definitely one of our goals is to build a Mars DAO, like a foundation, for the Mars society, so that we could, hand over this, beautiful project for users for DAO.
Okay, fantastic. We can go back to your previous slide if you want, so you can
Um,
keep it.
Yeah, just going briefly. So I mentioned that we have Mars4. So it's developed as a part of Mars Metaverse ecosystem, and currently with the game launch, we're aiming to bring more and more utility in the game environment, so that users could actually utilize Mars4 as a currency for Mars Metaverse. So currently you are able to trade, you're able to stake. We have internal staking pool, as well as working with some dexes and some partners as well in there. You can purchase Mars land as well using Mars dollars, and that gives you as well generous discount to be added. Talking about NFTs, so as I mentioned, it's created using NASA data. The total collection, it's 99,888, and utilities are listed up here. So it generates revenue in the Mars4 passively. So basically, we built a community pool, so every landowner gets the cut from the income stream from different income sources. So, for example, land sales, vehicle NFT sales, or as I mentioned in the future, virtual offices, things like that. So there is a 20% cut going to the community pool from every transaction, and then using your Mars for NFT, you can actually participate in the community pool economy as well. So land utility has in-game, as well as owning Mars NFT makes you part of DAO and community member, and then having Mars land NFT as well, whitelisted for upcoming community events and the rare NFT auctions. Would you have any questions on my previous?
Well, we're receiving some questions from the audience, but I think we will let you finish your slides and then we jump on them.
Cool. Yeah. So just a summary. Mars4 is a native token. Will be used throughout the project. NFTs. So these will serve as playable zones in the game. In-game NFTs will be used as tools, vehicles, vehicle parts, colonists, etc., etc. So you can upgrade items, upgrade your buildings. There's a total supply of MARS4 dollars, 4 billion. So we have limited supply in here. Mentioned you already about supply of Mars lands, and supply of in-game NFTs is limited by each collection. So I can't reveal them now.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to put a highlight where we are with development, I think we had a huge leap with releasing our playable 3D game demo this month. It was on 15th of June, and that took us quite some time actually to deliver that. But yeah, I can promise that from this point now on, we are going to fly with more frequent updates, more frequent releases in terms of game development. So in June, we had a partnership with Gaff Capital and released this Dubai on Mars VR movie. So there was a project, and there was an auction of one of our rare NFTs, and what we managed to do with this partnership is basically build a replica of Dubai in Newton Crater. And yeah, you can check on our website. It's a brilliant VR experience. You can check that with your VR device, or just using a browser. But I would definitely recommend virtual reality device. So moving forward, the rest of this year is basically dedicated for multi-blockchain support and development of the game and in-game NFT assets. And I think that kind of fully integrated single-player game is going to be released this year. And 2023 is actually about making the game multiplayer and fully blockchain operable. And as well, we already aiming in 2023 to introduce some basic principles of how Mars DAO will function in the future. And then NFTs marketplace release, rare NFT auction, and we are aiming to finish the year 2023 with player 3D game, so multiplayer 3D game, fully connected into blockchain. Any questions here?
Thank you very much. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, good. So from taking these NFT sort of landscape and the use case, so what do we see where Mars project could sort of develop in the future? So we see Mars as financial center, virtual offices, trade rooms. We have Crypto Valley on Mars Globe. So as well, you can check on Mars Globe and find land plots with names quite well known for crypto community. The next area we're looking in is Mars as a science hub. So we are gonna explore the red planet, and then we're able to evaluate its colonization scenarios. And here we have ideas sort of to collaborate with different scientists focused on Mars exploration, as well as we can introduce Mars exploration function for children, for students, using our 3D game environment. As I mentioned, every land plot is unique, developed based on NASA data, so you can actually touch the surface of Mars and run around, drive rovers, and see how it looks like, see how temperatures changing during the day, during the night, and see how can you sort of find certain resources, etc., etc. And then with game esports ideas, we are thinking of building Mars as a fun and exciting place to be. It shouldn't be only harsh survival opportunities. That's the beauty of Metaverse, that we can actually take a layer and say, okay, let's dedicate this for fun part, that players, they can not only focus on survival functions, but as well there could be some amusement happening in there. Esports events, that's one of our interests. You probably know that Mars has 1/3 of the gravity of the Earth. So again, we are reflecting these things in our game mechanics. But wouldn't be that interesting to make a race event or a mountain marathon event on Mars surface? And see how that works. Then we see Mars as a shopping center. We see Mars as a cultural center. So music venues, art venues. We are already working on some collaborations, and the goal is basically to build a Mars like a music venue, a concert hall, something like that. So we can using this sort of building idea, we can interconnect with other projects and other metaverses. And anything can happen on Earth. I think will eventually happen on Mars.
Okay, good. Sorry, going back to the previous slide, out of those 5 different verticals that you have there, how many are existing right now or developed?
Good question. Thanks. I think Mars Science Hub, as I mentioned, has already some reflection in there, because what has been developed is based on real data, and we're constantly upgrading that. Mars is fun, exciting place. So with the 3D game demo launch and the feedback we get from our community, I think we managed to achieve that as well. And the next stages would be looking into basically Mars as a financial and Mars shopping center. So as I mentioned, we have a virtual office demo already developed, and we just need to start working on partnerships and bring this idea closer to reality. And then we'll probably jump to this Mars Cultural Center idea, because the mechanics we are developing at the moment, we see an opportunity to reuse them for Mars Cultural Center.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You can see here a screenshot from the game, but it's first 3D AAA class game with blockchain integrations. The good thing in a current game demo, it's not fully integrated with blockchain. So anyone in the world, even without connecting a wallet, could eventually experience the game. Play to earn game. So this is the feature we spend a lot of time, cracking this economy questions, and multiple income streams that the play to earn function would be well developed and integrated in the game. And then through the game as well, we're looking in possible integrations and partnerships with other metaverses. So there are of course some limitations, because one of the differences we have from other crypto games is that it's play against the environment type of game. So it's not play against player. It's not a fighting game. So you have to survive, collaborate, and think how to build a sustainable colony on Mars surface.
Okay, understood.
Cool. That's like going a little bit further in the future. So MARS4 is said to be a DAO allowing players and investors to control the game. So that's where we are going, and currently we have quite intense discussions with community how they would see that. And it seems there are 2 camps, I would say. There's one sort of that we should terraform and exploit Mars sort of to generate the revenues. The other stands for like what kind of society and what kind of societal agreements we have to bring in order to have a sustainable Mars colonization scenario developed in the future. So we are currently gathering all this info and trying sort of to set the foundation for DAO as well. This slide showed and mentioned before. This is sort of, if we compare the competitions on the metaverse and where we are at the moment, the aim for this slide is actually to highlight the potential MARS4 has. So you see a similar type of games with land NFT and in-game NFT concept. And you see the total addresses, the size of community, and the market cap. So I think where we are now is just the very beginning of big boom in the future. And on the right hand side, you can see the Mars globe. So this is what we have on our website. So you can experience that as well.
I'm glad you brought this this slide up, because that was going to be one of my questions. Obviously, there are other metaverse projects out there. You have them listed here. Not going to mention names, obviously, but what do you think is your main differentiator from the other ones?
As I mentioned earlier, so game itself, it's 3D AAA type game, which is not very common in metaverse at this
For
stage.
us that are not that technologically savvy, what does AAA mean?
It's a super high quality, high class game with like a single player view interaction. So you have this POV view, and you can you can explore the world in 3D 3D dimension. So it's not just a flat dashboard dashboard game. The other thing is sort of the other difference is that we're bringing this play against environment, like survival type of game, and the other thing is the exact replica, an exact copy of Mars terrain. So it's not a imaginary world, is actually a real world. And I think with this, again, we're aiming to build a society, Mars society, which would help us to explore different Mars colonization scenarios. So it's not only a place to hang out and have fun, but as well we have sort of meaningful goals, to help people, to help the society to visit Mars, and as well to build sustainable scenarios for colonizing Mars.
Okay, thank you. I think that would be like an interesting experiment to see the behaviors of people, the psychographics about if it would happen, how will they interact? Will they be like more self-centered, actually cooperate with each other? So as an experiment, I think there could be some interesting data there to analyze later on.
Yeah, I mean, even similar thing, like now, if we see the preparations for Mars missions, people are spending 6 months in solitude in the desert just to check how are they mentally prepared for Mars exploration program or not. And we see a similar way with our 3D game demo launch. So people are acting there alone, and they have this sort of sense of loneliness. So some of them are already missing interactions with other people. Some of them are pretty okay and doing what they're doing. So it's pretty interesting that we already see, even at this early stage, how different kind of personalities emerge, and they take different approaches, in what they are doing on Mars surface as well.
Okay, great, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, can we we have a few minutes left, so I would like to just briefly mention a couple of questions about from the audience. Some of them were if they can actually go in and play the game right now.
Yes, you can do that. So if you go to our landing page, again, for this occasion, for LATOKEN community, we are giving a 33% discount to acquire Marsland NFTs. The current playable game game demo version is restricted to landowners only. We want to gather all the feedback, prepare it for a little bit broader release. So, but it's not restricted to anyone. So, like, it's not restricted that you have to have a certain amount of tokens or of NFTs. No. It's just we check if there is a land NFT on your wallet, and straight away you can download the game.
Oh, okay, very good. So it's not restricted, and yes, the game is operational right now, which I think
Mhm.
is the big
And
one.
I think tomorrow we have pretty big release, pretty big update planned. So first couple of weeks of bug bounty and gathering all the feedback were really productive. So I believe from tomorrow. One note: game is only ready for Windows operational system. We don't have a yet Mac OS version ready. So you can find all the requirements on the landing page as well.
Okay, great. In the landing page, is it where it says the VR experience?
VR experience is that's uh, Jesus Dubai experience on Mars Newton crater. So on the landing page which we provided for this event. So basically, you can get that straight away.
Okay, great, fantastic. And then it's compatible with VR set, right? With an
Mm,
Oculus, for example.
Not the game, the
No,
VR experience.
the
The
oh,
VR
it's just the
experience.
VR experience.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Um, okay, another question is will Mars 4 be doing soon trading competition or airdrops?
Yes, one of the trading competitions we plan is for the token community.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And we've been looking and discussing with our partners. Unfortunately, our market situation changed a little bit, so we had
Yeah.
to adapt our plans, postpone some of our ideas. But I'll be honest, so we have some of our agreements kind of pending, but just waiting for the moment to start them straight away. Talking about airdrops and so on, we're experimenting with different tactics. Sometimes we see airdrops tactics doesn't work. Sometimes we see it works. I think the nearest event will be related with the vehicle NFTs launch. But if you join our community, you can, especially now once we have a game demo launched, we have a lot of different activities and competitions. There are building competitions. You can find the hidden objects or while exploring Mars surface, and I believe there's going to be a few more in the upcoming days.
Great. Andrew, thank you very much. It was being really great. We do expect to see you here again. Do you have any final words for our viewers today?
Yes, yeah. So I would like to say, guys, stay safe, stay calm. The market is a little bit unpredictable, but I believe, and we see already kind of positive trends. So I'm really glad that we signed this agreement with LATOKEN and your community, and I think this collaboration will help us as well to reach new audiences and help to bring a new Mars society.
Great. Andrew, has been a real pleasure. We hope to see you again next time. We would love to see maybe some kind of demo you can share the screen to have a
Yeah,
visual for our viewers. So
sure.
very interesting project, and we're very happy to be as a partner of Mars 4. So once again, Andrew, thank you for being with us, and thank you very much to our viewers.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Have a
Have a
great
good day.
day.